Beau and Professor Bestialora, part of the Urban Erotica Fairy Tale Collection, written by Cummings, narrated by Chase Johnson. Copyright 2019, Cummings, published by Four Horsemen Publications. All rights reserved. Beau loved books. He also loved games and anything fantasy, including movies and the occasional guilty pleasure of erotic fairy tales. Regardless, this semester had been rough. Stopping in front of Professor Bestialora's office door, he took in a deep breath and held it. She'd been a monster. Her temper short, and he had lost his patience on more than one occasion, and the entire class was dismissed the last time. They had fallen into a cold shoulder attitude the last few weeks, and now she had emailed him to discuss his draft for his final paper. Over the course of the Dark Ages history class, they had been a volatile mix. Their opinions on some of history's accuracies had shown how passionate they were on the topic. That was, until she found his profile on YayLove. They were matches, at a high percentage, and considering they were into a lot of the same fandoms, why wouldn't they match? Worse, she sent an inquiry. Beau hadn't responded, and soon after, her temper had faded in class. Looking down at his phone, he pulled the profile up and stared at the smile he never once saw in class. Does she know this is me? She must know. It's the same picture I use for all of my university profiles. I mean, the weight of silence between us in class. And now he stood at her door for their scheduled meeting. Swallowing, he glared down at his Game of Thrones shirt with disdain. He was a geek, and she was, well, his professor for one more week. Clicking off the profile from his phone, he left it still unanswered as he slid the phone in his pocket. Besides, the woman was just on the other side of this door. The words of her profile whispered into his head since he'd read it repeatedly. They had so much in common, but the way things had been since he entered her classroom had been a complete disaster. Puffing out his cheeks, he knocked, and the door flew open. She didn't look angry. In fact, she looked nervous. Scared, even. "Come in, Beau." She waved him.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?